The game released his debut studio album, The Documentary, in 2005, getting some significant and immediate traction with audiences and critics. When he followed it up with Doctor's Advocate in 2006, he was a substantial force in mainstream West Coast hip-hop. All of that sudden fame had his bank account filling up, and for a longtime car lover with tons of money at his disposal, this was the time to pack the garage full of dream cars. Here's what the game's insane car collection looks like. The Lamborghinis. This rapper's a car collector, but it's getting close to him being just a Lambo collector. The obsession started with the Murcielago in 2006. This sleek supercar is as powerful inside as it is attractive on the outside, and with the top speed of 205 miles an hour, it's enough to satisfy any would-be race car driver. This model costs around $450,000 new. The next Lamborghini was picked up by the game in 2015, this time an Aventador. The V12 in this one adds some insane power and speed, but otherwise, the cars are not all that different even in price. This one is about $500,000. The final Lambo came in 2018 when the rapper grabbed a Huracan. When he told his mother that he got a new one, she said, "Now why on earth do you need another Lamborghini?" He explained in different models to her, but it's clear to us that he really just likes the car brand. The Huracan cost him another $250K. Porsche Panamera S. The game picked up his Porsche in October of 2011. It was a basic white with red wheels, and it was those wheels that were the major draw for the rapper. He said that the Panamera is a better overall car than some of the other models he owns, and it's the first car he's been able to put 24s on and have them fit right. Less than a year later, he had the car rewrapped in matte gold and the wheels painted black. And then in 2015, he had it wrapped again in an incredible Hulk green. But under the hood, everything stayed the same. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission creates smooth shifts that, combined with the 400 horsepower from the 4.8-liter V8 engine, get the car going from 0 to 60 in just under 4.5 seconds. With a top speed of 175 miles an hour, it's not the fastest car on the road, but it's definitely up there. The Panamera's base price was $89,000 at the time, but it's likely he wanted more than basic specs and went in for a few customizations and then aftermarket parts like the wheels. We'll put this car at a conservative $95,000. Bentley Continental GT. The game added the GT to his garage in 2013 and didn't hesitate to customize the hell out of it. He had it touched up before he even drove it home, having it done in all orange. We can't say that this is the classiest look to match the famous brand's luxury ride, but it did fit the power under the hood. With the powerful 6-liter V12 engine and a top speed of over 200 miles an hour, this vehicle also speeds up to 60 in just under 3.5 seconds. In 2015, the rapper had the car re-customized in a glossy white finish and red accents, including the wheels, mirrors, and interior. A much better fit for a luxury vehicle with a bit of power in it. Initially, the price of this car was around $200,000. Fisker Karma. In February 2013, the game made headlines in the car and rap communities for leaving a Fisker automotive dealership with the keys to 4 brand new cars. He tweeted a photo with the caption, "I couldn't decide which Fisker to get, so I went straight to the factory at Fisker Automotive to help me out." Several more tweets were sent out, asking fans to follow the Fisker socials and calling it the most amazing, newest American car company. It sounds like he had a marketing deal with the company because he ended up with 4 new Fiskers for himself and his friends. The Karma is actually a very good car, especially for the environmentally conscious. It is top of the range as a hybrid and doesn't sacrifice quality or style for climate friendliness. It's also got all the tech and comfort you would need, with voice recognition, navigation, and cameras all around. And all this for the price of around $120,000, or free, we may never know. Chevrolet Camaro SS and SS convertible. Known as the Tuesday Whip, the Camaro SS is in heavy rotation for the game's daily driving. It was also known as one of the most popular cars for rappers to own in 2013. Wiz Khalifa and Plies were big fans of them for driving or showing off in music videos. A 6-liter V8 engine offers plenty of power and speed to this traditional American ride, generating 580 horsepower. Chevy says that this Camaro can get to 60 in 4 seconds and reach a top speed of 184 miles per hour. In 2013, the base model sold for just under $33,000. Even with added customizations, it's not a very expensive car for a famous rapper. It's really more about the style than the status of this vehicle. The game loved it so much that he got a convertible version that same year. Dodge Challenger. Another American classic that the game couldn't leave out of its collection is the iconic Dodge Challenger. Its 2013 model includes the powerful engine that the Challenger is known for, a 3.6-liter V6 with 305 horsepower. It's no supercar, but again, the style is what you really want in a Challenger, and 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds is nothing to laugh at. What makes the game's Challenger really stand out is the 49ers themed customization. 2 red stripes go down the center of the car to represent San Francisco, and even match the tattoo he got just a couple days before this. Not to be left out are the 22-inch Forgiato front wheels and the 24-inch Forgiatos on the back, which the game probably paid $4,000 to $8,000 for the set of rims. The going price for the Challenger was around $30,000. Rolls-Royce Ghost. The game may be a fan of good old American classics, but he's also got some more refined tastes as well. The Rolls-Royce is the perfect luxury addition to his collection. It's sleek and sexy, but doesn't sacrifice power for a pretty face. It's got a massive 6.75-liter turbocharged V12 engine to generate over 560 horsepower. And Rolls-Royce has been making cars for nearly 100 years, so they know what they're doing when it comes to engineering the perfect vehicle. The game was seen driving this Ghost in classic black, but less than a year later, the car was impounded for expired tags, a bogus charge that the game claimed was a cover for being pulled over after being racially profiled. We're pretty sure he got the car back in the end, but that would be a painful way to lose a $450,000 item. Bugatti Veyron. One of the most popular cars in the hip-hop industry, the Bugatti Veyron obviously had to make an appearance in the game's garage, especially since his car collection is a big deal. This $2 million supercar is one of the fastest cars that is allowed on the streets. It can reach a top speed of 253 miles an hour, thanks to the 8-liter, 16-cylinder engine that produces over 1,000 horsepower. The game picked up the black and yellow ride in 2012, before his car buying mania the next year. In an Instagram post, the caption said, "Thanks to @VH1 Music for pitching in on the Bugatti for my B-Day," a reference to his recent stint with reality TV with the channel. Leather-wrapped Ferrari 430. Leave it to the game at the height of his fame to make an impulse purchase in France. In the summer of 2012, the rapper picked up a leather-wrapped Ferrari F430, posting on Instagram with the caption, "Just spent all my show money, $200K, on a leather Ferrari 430, cash." We can't say that we get the logic of a leather-wrapped car, but we guess it's not that strange for a major collector. Plus, underneath the exotic exterior lies the tried-and-true V8 of a perfect Italian car. It'll still hit a top speed of 196 miles per hour and reach 60 in around 3.5 seconds. Chevy Impala. If you're looking for a slice of the rapper lifestyle, look no further than the '63 Chevy Impala. The Impala is like the Bugatti of the golden days of hip-hop, and even newer rappers are checking out this iconic model. But unlike the Bugatti, it won't cost more than most of us will see in a lifetime. Instead, you can snag one of these Impalas for $2 or $3K, depending on the condition. And when running well, the 6.7-liter V8 engine that produces 340 horsepower will be all you need on the road. The game went even further, getting this model painted a bright classic red and adding hydraulics for that real old-school lowrider situation. With the base price of around $31,000, we bet the extras put this car somewhere around $50K for the rapper. Ferrari 458. The game has a car for nearly every day of the week, and the Ferrari 458 is one of the special ones reserved for the weekend. With the top speed of 202 miles an hour and a V8 engine that produces 562 horsepower, this is no weekday whip. With a pull from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just over 3 seconds, this silver masterpiece is one of the game's favorites. The 458 is the follow-up model to the 430, which he already had, so he must have enjoyed it enough to get the 458. This car starts at $240,000, but we'll put it at an even $250,000 to leave room for the game's customizations he loves so much. Maybach 62S. Another of his more expensive vehicles, this Maybach costs around $500,000 new, and it's more than just the power that's factored into the price. Although a 6-liter V12 is nothing to sneer at, the Maybach has grown in popularity with rappers lately, and it's no surprise why. The classic styling represents luxury over sport, and since hip-hop is still trending towards champagne and diamonds, it makes sense that a sleeker supercar would be on the menu. The game went for one in red, though black is a more standard color for this vehicle. Bentley Bentayga. In 2016, the game added another Bentley to his collection, this time a Bentayga, otherwise known as the Bentley truck. This SUV was purchased at Bentley Pasadena in California, and the rapper was quick to give a shout out to them on Instagram. It is a limited production vehicle and one of the only 75 to hit the US market, making the game's pick extremely exclusive. With a 6-liter, twin turbocharged W12 engine and 8-speed transmission, the luxury SUV has no problem hitting the top speed of 187 miles an hour. 4-wheel drive and over 600 horsepower, and this truck can go from 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds. Not bad for a large vehicle like this. The base model went for $229,000 in 2016, but the game said in an Instagram post that he dropped $250,000, so he probably got a few extras in there. For such a massive car collector, there might be a model or two that we miss. But we think it's fair to say that the game's collection is pretty stacked, and with a total worth of $5,379,000, we're not sure how he still has room in the garage at all.